It's time for our daily dose of cope. And here we have Tasha Spotson out in the field talking with the MAGA voter. He says, I wanted to own the libs. Now I can't afford my rent. All I have left is my racism. These people are really feeling it in their pocketbooks. They're not going to be able to continue the delusion too long, especially with the holidays coming. They're going to have a lot less money. Let's check out some of these stories. Let's start with Joe from Mississippi. I know he's from Mississippi based on this receipt, but Joe says, I voted for Trump twice, but something is very off, starting with the Charlie Kirk assassination and his stand against Israel and Gaza. Now Trump is attacking Marjorie Taylor Greene to the point of her resigning. Trump is always bragging about inflation being down, and we blindly follow his words as the truth. Not we. Some of us live in reality world. These items used to be less than $50 at most just a few short years ago. Everyone knows something is amiss this go round with the Trump administration. $105.54, y'all, just for living, just for some hygiene products. Now, I do think that this bottle of vitamins here, that's the most expensive thing at $35.97. So if this dude didn't need some vitamins, then maybe his thing wouldn't be so high out here trying to be healthy and stuff. But I will say this, every time I have to go to the grocery store, after every time I have to re-up with toilet paper and soap and body wash and lotion, it hurts my heart. Because every time you go to the grocery store, you spend at least $88 to $102, and it is annoying. But I live in reality world. I know it's been expensive for a while. It's just taking these people a little bit longer to get to that point of acknowledging it. So here's just his receipt showing that he lives in Wiggins, Mississippi, and showing that he paid $105. Let's look at some of the comments. Stacy says, I'm questioning him too. I voted for him twice. Not sure I would again. My health care ends the end of this year, and they say I don't make enough money to have Cigna. They're going to send my application to Medicaid. Good luck. I qualify for stamps, but been trying to get it since August. Well, they can keep it. I will just keep donating my plasma. My husband needs a ride and job. This is crazy. So this is a poor person. She voted for Trump twice. She may not have health care. She says she won't vote for Donald Trump again, but he's not going to be on the ballot. But Republicans will be on the ballot. These costs, their lack of money, the fact that they can't really own the libs is what's going to bring them out of the Lululand into reality world. Larissa says, they're killing me, Joe. I voted for him too, but it's not playing out quite like we thought. They keep convincing us it's all better, but my pocketbook says different. Debbie says, it's definitely off. Everyone I know is talking about it. Good. Monica says, most people don't even pay attention. Not trying to start a political argument, but people just don't do their homework. Yes, we do. People do their homework, but some folks just listen to Fox or Breitbart or whatever. They only listen to these MAGA mouthpieces. And that's the reason why they're not doing their homework. Because even if they are listening, they're only getting stupidity. So yeah, this is the reason why some folks are jacked up and surprised, and why some of us, while yes, we're being impacted by the higher costs, we're not surprised about any of this because we saw this coming, because we're not dumb McGrums. So yesterday I told y'all about this Somali man named Salman Fiki who was upset. He says, I, Salman Fiki, am formally announcing that I am ending all collaboration with the Republican Party. The president's blatant and harmful attacks on the Somali community in Minnesota have crossed a line. So Salman says, I am no longer Republican. So that's one person. And now we have Yusef Soda. Yusef Soda is with Drew McGuire. Here's Drew McGuire down here doing a peace sign. He says, I voted for Donald J. Trump in the 2024 election. They show us both their ballots. Here's this one and this one. So these two people voted for Donald J. Trump. So here's Yusef the day after the election saying, to my Trump supporters, please send me clips of CNN or NBC. I want to see all these liberal media reacting to President Donald Trump winning tonight. So that's where he was. That's how it started. And fast forward 1 year, he's doing a lot of cussing. So yes, I'm going to be editing as I go. Yusef says, until 2028, I'm dedicating my whole social media to some anti-Trump and F MAGA stuff until he leaves office in 3 years. Low-key, it didn't have to be like this. I voted for Trump last year, but the old racist piece of poop showed his true colors when he attacked my Somali American community in Minnesota. Mother F him. I refuse to call him my president, even though I did vote for the racist piece of poop. Low-key, I should have never voted for that old orange fascist bigot, but I wasn't going to vote for a Kamala either. I should have just stayed home that election night. Low-key, I was cool with Trump until recently he started racially attacking my Somali American community, and y'all know I'm not in that effing MAGA cult. Only people I love unconditionally is my parents, mom and dad. Once again, I'm on that F Trump bandwagon now. All I'm doing is posting nothing but anti-Trump F MAGA stuff. Low-key, the next 3 years is going to be interesting for real, for real. Hey Siri, play F Donald Trump by Nipsey Hussle. The reason I don't respect these people right here, low-key, I was cool with Trump until recently. He was cool with people getting snatched up off the street. He's cool with people being detained and never knowing when they're going to get released or not getting due process. He's cool with all these people losing their jobs. He's cool with all of these other folks being discriminated against. He's cool with women getting their rights stripped. That's the reason why I do not like these people. They might be politically homeless, but I hope that they continue to feel everything that they voted for. He helped to unleash this, and I wish the worst for him. Now, we got some MAGA versus MAGA. We got some Republican lawmakers against MAGA Mike. This one is interesting. I love that there's so much party infighting, and I hope that it leads to so many more resignations soon. I am just so happy. There's just so much infighting. There's so much chaos. Let's get into it. So this says Republican anger erupts at Johnson as party frets about future. Representative Elise Stefanik of New York called MAGA Mike Johnson a habitual liar. Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina has told people she is so frustrated with the Louisiana Republican and sick of the way he has run the House, particularly how women are treated there, that she is planning to huddle with Representative MTG of Georgia next week to discuss following her lead and retiring early from Congress. Ooh, shucks. Representative Anna Paulina Luna of Florida has gone around MAGA Mike Johnson in a bid to force a vote he has declined to schedule on a bill to ban members of Congress from stock trading. Less than a year out from the midterm elections in which the Republicans' vanishingly small majority is at stake, MAGA Mike Johnson's grasp on his gavel appears weaker than ever, as members from all corners of his conference openly complain about his leadership. Some predict that he may not last as the speaker for the rest of this term. Republican women in particular have been publicly challenging Mr. Johnson and taking issues with his priorities and his style. Their dissatisfaction is indicative of a broader splintering of a restive group of GOP lawmakers who are perpetually unhappy with their leaders, but appear to be reaching a breaking point with the current man at the top. Rarely have things been completely harmonious in the conference, but it does seem like there is an unusually high level of discontent, said Representative Kevin Kiley, a California Republican who's been at odds with Mr. Johnson over the redistricting battles that will likely put him out of a job next year. He added, the overriding issue is the House has not been at the forefront of driving policymaking or the agenda in Washington, and that is naturally going to be frustrating to members who ran for Congress to make an impact on issues they care about, because MAGA Mike had them on vacation, a paid vacation at that, for 2 months to avoid this whole Epstein situation. He kept Representative Adelita Grijalva out and not being able to get sworn in, so that she couldn't sign that piece of paper to get all of this Epstein stuff out in the open. He did this on purpose, and it might backfire on him. Here's a picture of Elise Stefanik. She just looks despondent. It says the rifts have opened as Republicans preparing to face voters in next year's elections are increasingly worried they have squandered a year in which their party had total control of the government. And that's the thing. They couldn't work together because they don't have a policy. In times past, their policy was just go against what the Democrats wanted to do. but they didn't have the Democrats up there being able to put up legislation for them to come against. So right now, they're not able to do anything. They are impotent. I'll end this here, and y'all let me know what you think of this one.
We have some pretty major news right now. The biggest Republican break from Mike Johnson is happening as we speak. Elise Stefanik, one of the most senior Republicans in the House of Representatives, has just come out and told the Wall Street Journal that Mike Johnson would not have the support or the votes to remain Speaker if a new vote was held today, and that he's simply the reason why Republicans are set to lose big in 2026. Elise Stefanik is not just some regular Republican. She's the chairwoman of the House Republican Caucus, literally one of the top 5 senior Republicans in the House of Representatives. And she works directly with Speaker Johnson in leadership. And now, well, she's breaking from Johnson. This is very interesting. Johnson seemingly doesn't have the support in his own caucus to remain as Speaker. We'll see if a vote is held. But in any event, it's looking more and more likely that come 2026, you're going to have a new Speaker, whether it's in the Republican Party or in the Democratic Party. That's up to the voters. Spread the word. Follow along for more.